This week we're going to show you how we made these faux beams. I'm Sarah and this is Travis. We've moved 7 times in the last 6 years and are currently renovating our 3rd house with our 3 boys and our Old English sheepdog. Follow along as we renovate our house and raise our boys.
No toes. Ah!
That's him.
Ah!
Subscribe and join us on our next adventure.
So I've cut out my pieces, got the size that we like. Now I'm going to put some wood glue on the edges here. I'm going to purposely put this on thick and so that it bleeds out over the outside edge. That way, if there is any gaps, the wood glue will cover it and I'll be able to sand and stain over it. You'll never be able to see that there is any gaps. But it is a really tight fit, so I'm not too worried about gaps on this. I've already kind of tested this. The other thing that I should mention here, so you can see when I put this in position, you can see how it's touching in the corner here, but there's a gap here. So I purposely cut this at slightly over a 45-degree angle. The reason for that is so that these corners touch. I guaranteed that these corners touch and give it a nice clean edge. So another trick with this, if you get just a screwdriver or something smooth and flat, or round I guess rather, something round like this this metal on a screwdriver, and you kind of press the corners in on the wood. If you press that in, it pushes the wood together and it completely hides a seam, kind of rounds the corner of it. You can do a similar thing with wood glue by pushing wood glue into the crack, and then when you sand it, the wood glue disappears. Got my beam.
Hold up, sorry. It's getting a weird shadow. Okay, now go ahead.
Got my beam. Now what I'm about to do, first I need to sand off all my excess glue on this, round some corners and stuff. That'll go really easy just with a palm sander. Then I have to mount this block of wood to the ceiling, and it's gonna fit in nice and tight just like this. Just like that. That way I'll be able to shoot some finish nails. If it was any heavier than this, by the way, I would do screws, but this is not very heavy. So I'm going to do some finish nails, and then it'll be mounted on there. Too tight. Can you come move this ladder?
Okay.
I have to go up over the door frame. And I got stuck.
Is it gonna work?
Yeah.
Yeah, that one looks super good.
A little gap.
Yeah,
But
not
if we're
huge
caulking
though.
one, we're caulking all, and the caulk will hide this one easy.
Yeah. Are you nailing these in place or no?
this minute? No, but I will in a minute. I gotta attach this board better.
Oh yeah, okay.
So the reason I'm going in the attic is the pieces of wood on the ceiling are only going into drywall right now. So I got some scrap wood and I'm going to reinforce the back side of those to make sure that they're strong. This stain seems good.
Yeah. I love fake or real beams.
These are real wood, but they're fake beams because they're not solid. They're not structural.
Yeah, I did a lot of research before I bought this one. You can't buy it like at Home Depot. I had to order it online.
Yeah.
But I feel like I never have good results with the stain you buy at Home Depot.
I know, I agree.
Yeah.
I'm having to get over.
Okay.
But this stuff seems to go on fairly even. It's not doing great on the wood filler, but normal stain does that too, and you just have to do multiple coats on that.
Okay.
On the light spots.
One thing that's interesting is I think it's made from like a different, it's like non-toxic, it doesn't have any fumes.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, they're not smelling anything. Really, the only tricks to this is to go with the grain and to not go too thick. You wipe off drips quick. I like to get the whole surface stained, and then I come back wiping with like a final wipe to get the brush strokes or the wipe strokes all go in the same direction. And then I get a clean rag and I wipe off any excess.
That's a really pretty color. I'm really happy with that.
It's a nice wood color.
We bought this stain online from Rove and Dwell, and it's in the color Farmhouse, and it's a one-step stain. It was really easy to work with. So these are all stained, ready to go up now.
Our walls bow, like anybody's walls really. So these, I know that this one only fits one direction, and I think I had to go low here.
Looks really pretty.
See, this one has very little gap.
Mm-hmm.
We knew this was going to be the case, but you can kind of see the big gap here and a little gap here. In order to fit through our hallway, because it bows right here, we had to cut it to a certain length. And by the time we got it through the skinny part of the hallway and to this area, there's a big gap. So the only way I know how to solve that is either a bead of caulk all the way around it, which is a pretty big gap, or I have remnant of this same wood. I'm gonna slice pieces of it on my table saw and make shims, and I'm gonna shove some shims in here, sand it, stain it, and that will hide the gap. But I think that's what I'm gonna do, is do pieces of that wood, shim it in there, then I'll sand it and stain it in place and see how that looks, because it's too big of a gap. It doesn't look good. On to the next one.
Okay. This side looks really good. Well, here they are. Thanks for watching. Please don't forget to subscribe, and we'll see you next week.